I told everyone who was listening, whose numbers are getting fewer and fewer in these last days, people don't want to hear the truth anymore, Christians especially, that I'm convinced that President Trump is the final president America will ever have, and potentially the first king of America. If you missed it, watch my summary of the weekend. And now, I am telling you that the Antichrist and Islam's Mahdi are here right now. They're here, ready to step in the role. And the next pope that gets elected to the conclave next month, I have no doubt in my mind at all, to be the last pope ever. And where does the Malachy prophecy tie into this? So there was they called him a saint. There's no saints except for saints in the Bible. I'm convinced of that as well. I don't believe in sainthood anywhere else. I'm a Christian. I don't believe in that stuff. But there's a saint named Malachy in the 1100s who claimed to have said this. In the final presentation, this is what the experts have claimed he said it. In the final persecution of the Holy Roman Church, there will reign Peter the Roman, who will feed his flock amid many tribulations, after which the seven-hilled city will be destroyed, and the dreadful judge will judge the people. The end. Now, this is a prophecy to say, I don't take any prophecies other than what I read in God's Word to be literal. Any other prophecy that comes from Nostradamus or comes from Malachy or anyone else, that's something that's secular, even though Malachy was a part of the Catholic Church, which again I believe is as secular as being in no church. But that's another issue I've talked about many times in the past. But these aren't from the Bible, so I look at them with kind of a wink and a nod. It's not something that I'm endorsing or something that I'm saying is a fact or something I'm saying is canon, because it's not. It's not from the Bible. But at the same time, interpretations of Nostradamus prophecies point to the arrival of a black pope, a symbol of major changes or even the collapse of the church as we know it. Although the term black pope is often misunderstood, scholars suggest it is a metaphor for a non-European pope, possibly of African or Asian origin, or a member of a society of Jesuits, whose superior is known as the Black Pope, due to his power and influence within the order. And again, the Pope that just passed on, Francis, was also part of that Jesuit order. Significantly, Pope Francis is the 112th Pope on Malachy's list, after whom the prophecy suggests Petrus Romanus will emerge as the Catholic Church faces its greatest tribulation before the second coming of Jesus Christ. Could these unfolding events surrounding Pope Francis signify the fulfillment of this prophecy? How do these developments align with biblical eschatology? I've already told you that. They don't. And what does it mean for believers today? So, this is the thing. There's 6 front runners right now who are named Peter. And there's 2 of them who are from Italy who would be Peter the Roman. Now, if it happens to be that Malachy's prophecy actually coincides with what God's plan is, and God's plan since creation, the one that's set in stone, so be it. But regardless of who the next pope is, he's the last pope, unless something happens to this pope where it's very rare. Something can happen to him anytime. He could just die. But if he's around for several years, that's it. He's the last one. And it's amazing how things are just lining up. And the Antichrist is here right now. And the Mahdi, who is Islam's Antichrist, is the same as the Antichrist. They're the same one. That's why I'm saying that the Antichrist and also Islam's Antichrist, the Mahdi, are both here now. They're here, ready to go. And I'm convinced again, as I've said many times, if the rapture would have happened while Pope Francis was alive and well, I have zero doubt that he would not have become a false prophet. I'm convinced of that, because I've told you before, there's always been an Antichrist and a false prophet at the ready throughout history. There always has been, if the rapture happened to happen at that time. Now he's gone. A new false prophet has to come about. It depends on who gets picked as the next pope. He could be worse than Pope Francis, and yeah, he could be the future false prophet, or it could be someone else besides the pope. It doesn't have to be him. But it's amazing, amazing, amazing stuff going on. It's incredible how all the things are lining up. And I'll be very interested to see if it's one of these 2 Peter the Romans to get picked, or another Peter, who could then call himself. See, a pope can call himself anything. A pope can come out and say, I am John the Birdman, if he wants to. Or he can say, I'm Ralph the Skink. He can say anything he wants to say. He can name himself anything under the sun. So it'll be amazing to see what happens. It'll be amazing to see what happens in the next month if we're even here. The rapture is so close. It's so close I can smell it, I can taste it, I can hear it, I can feel it. I can breathe it. I can't wait to go home. I know that many of you can't wait as well. And again, I'm thankful for the few of you who even watch anymore. And I was perusing online over the weekend, just at some Christian sites that have been true Christian sites over the years. Same boat as me. They aren't getting many views. Now, the fake Christians still get views because they're feeding milk toast. They're telling people lies that their itching ears want to hear. But true Christianity, true Christian ministries like mine, people aren't listening anymore. They don't care. Jesus Christ is all of our only hopes. If you've never been saved, you're backslidden. Pray the prayer. Do the 6 steps in the box for the video. No one's guaranteed more time in your life. If you like prayer, contact me. I pray for you every day. Love you with all my heart. And look up True Christians, our redemption door with an ivy fly. So may God bless you. Talk to you later, Lord willing. Time's getting really short. Take care. Bye.